public relations and publicity. First, we need to discuss what public relations is and how it differs from advertising. If you buy an ad in a bridal magazine, well, that's advertising. If you get the magazine to run an article about your business, well, that's publicity. So public relations is the opposite of advertising. When you advertise, you pay to have your message placed in a newspaper, TV, or a radio spot. In public relations, the article that features your company isn't paid for. The reporter, whether broadcast or print, writes about or films your company as a result of information that person has received or researched. Publicity is just one small piece in the public relations pie. And the purpose of publicity is to garner media coverage, exposure about your company or your product. Public relations, on the other hand, is a higher level. It's an overarching strategy for marketing the communications goals of your organization. Publicity is just one tool within the framework of public relations, just as public relations fits within the framework of marketing. Another term for public relations is reputation management. Your purpose within your public relations is to form what people think about when they think about your company. What impressions do they get when they consider your business? Other aspects of public relations: community outreach, corporate social responsibility sponsorships, government relations, grassroots communications, public presentations, new media connections, all the different things that you do to reach out that are outside the scope of advertising can fall under public relations because you're building the connection with the public. What can you do in order to build that relationship? Well, you can talk to as many groups as possible, and that's organizations, service clubs, business groups, anyone who was willing to let you get in front of them. Do it free of charge and keep it fun, interesting. Make it something that they want to have you back to discuss. Contact industry trade publications and volunteer to write articles and columns. It helps establish you as an expert in your field. Offer seminars or demonstrations related to your business. Maybe you want to go into catering, so you're going to have a blog that explains how to cook Thai food. Offer to be a regular guest or contributor to a local TV show or a local radio show. Other ways you can get involved: you can donate. Let's say you have a toy store. You can donate toys to a hospital, to the hospital's pediatric wing. You can donate business clothing if you have a clothing store to help women get ready for job interviews or men get ready for job interviews. Maybe you sell American flags and there's been a sudden run on American flags and you can't keep them in stock. So you'd contact a media outlet and talk about the return of patriotism. The idea is to be able to create stories so that you have something to sell to the media outlets. And that's where a pitch letter, also called a query letter, comes in. They're one-page maximum and they start with a hook. You can start with a quote or a question or an interesting fact. Did you know that during the day the population of Twin Falls swells to over 250,000 people due to commuter travel? And then that would break in. So my mobile auto detailing business is just what Twin Falls needs as people are going about their business. Whatever you feel is going to be able to get the attention of the reporter that you're trying to connect with. And then always be sure to include your contact information so they can follow up and work with you to develop the story. About 6 days after you submit your item, you'll call them and check in, make sure they received it, see if they have any additional questions or if they'd like additional information. If you don't reach them the first time, don't call back. within the next 5 days, give it a chance. If the reporter does request additional information, follow up immediately and then call to confirm receipt of the information that you sent.